Morning. This is Verbal Nonsense, and today we bring you a story of a Welsh town being overrun by mountain goats during their coronavirus lockdown.
I'm actually really excited about this because we just brought a bunch of elk into our area here a few years ago. And as, our travels and everything dissipate, maybe we can have giant elk wandering through and eating our shrubberies.
Ooh.
What do you think?
I'm pretty sure with this lockdown that there's going to be some lawn overgrowth going on, so they're welcome to come in my yard and start chewing on that grass.
I have no lawn, but I'd be cool with it anyway.
Just come in and start munching, fellas.
I actually, looking at the pictures of these herds of goats just wandering on through, I'm actually kind of envious of these Welshmen.
Those goats are pretty epic, man, with them horns.
Are they Welsh?
Yeah,
they're Welsh. Excuse me. I got sidetracked there for a minute. The Welsh are basically like the people like what are they? Arkansans, whatever. You know what I'm saying? People from Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's basically what the Welsh are in England, from my understanding. According to the jokes on Reddit, they're essentially the inbreds of the United Kingdom. So these goats might actually be walking into some real danger. I'm just saying.
Apparently,
God forbid it starts trying to eat some posies through a picket fence and it gets its head stuck.
Apparently, one resident tweeted, "I, for one, welcome our new goat overlords."
I'll bet they do. Pictures of the town, and I don't know. I'll post this article on the Facebook so you guys can see the old.
We say that we never do. We didn't do it last week either.
Well, yeah, because you're officially actually in charge of our Facebook, and that's not my job. Never used to say that. I never used to say not my job, but my current occupation, I've learned to fit in, and it's spreading out into my normal world now, just my walking life. There was a guy who was out checking his mail the other day, and he had one of those electric scooters, and he got a little too close to the curb, and it flipped over, and he's there laying, couldn't get up. The postman is there, standing, looking at him, and I thought, I'll do it this one time, but this is not my job. So I walk around the postal worker, and I attempt to start helping the man up, and the postal worker, I guess it sank in. He's just like, in his mind, I could see it working. This is not my job, but maybe I'll step in this one time. Anyway, goats.
Of course, my first thought was, I'd like to help you, buddy, but social distancing.
This actually happened about like it was like 5 or 6 weeks ago. I mean, it was still cold out. I mean, it was social distance. Now, I would have left him. He was probably dead already. I mean, now I'm not even playing. Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
You're like, take my hand if you want to live. Oh, crap. I just did that. My hand said, yeah, okay, all right. So, something I'm not understanding, and we were trying so hard not to make this whole thing about coronavirus, but look at us now. We're at home. We're isolated. Myself, I'm isolated. I have 2 kids who probably will give it to me before I give it to them. But, I'm like, don't touch my face. Don't do this or that. And I'm like, I'm at home. My entire house is just covered with my germs. I can't get sick. I can't make myself sick twice at the same time. I'm not sick yet, but
I did see a post from somebody on my Facebook that said, of all the stupid stuff I've done over my life, if I die because I touch my face, I'll be pissed.
I feel that. I actually take
I-
advantage of my home time to touch my face. It's like, they're like, well, what if you caught it? No, I didn't catch it outside. I've been good. I've been inside. You know, so there's
If you
that.
catch it inside, you were just screwed.
If I catch it inside, I gave it to myself and I already had it. I don't know what else to say about it.
Unless someone else snuck it in there.
Oh, if they came in here without stealing anything, that was just straight up murder. That wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But I'm determined not to talk about the negative stuff that's going on. I
Yeah.
saw so much of that while I was looking up stuff. Saw a few stories that made me pretty angry, and I was just like, I just had to. That was last night. I had to just step away. I was like, all right.
the internet has
People-
gotten so bad that I've actually started going to the Roast Me subreddit to actually feel good. I mean, it's like there are people, oh, bored at home, roast me. I'm like, I don't see anything wrong. Moving on. That's just, the majority. I mean, people are getting lazy on there. I don't know if you've ever been to the Roast Me subreddit, but it's where people post pictures of themselves and give a short bit of information about themselves, and then people are there to insult them based on the facts that they found. Any other circumstance going on in the world, it's a pretty miserable place to be. Now it's just people are like, yeah, you've roasted yourself pretty good. There's nothing more to say than what you've already said. I think people are getting a little. I don't know if we're just lazy or just getting nicer. But
I don't know.
But these going back to these goats in this Welsh town, they're cleaning up the shrubbery. However, they are not following the social distancing guidelines set up by the town because somebody tweeted that the goats are gathering in more than groups of 2.
Yeah, well, they're not susceptible to it, so suck it. That's what I say.
All right, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a virusologist, so I don't know how that spreads. All I know is I can't touch my space. Can't touch my space.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of face touching, what do you think this has done for the sport of Russian face slapping competitions?
But that just adds another level of danger to it.
You don't think it's just done? I mean, I'm not supposed to touch my face, but it doesn't really say anything about touching other people's faces. I have not heard anybody tell me I can't touch anyone else's face, so I'm guessing that's the one sport that's loud and strong now.
Maybe they just wear gloves. I don't know.
Probably a good idea to begin with. I've seen some of those guys. They look pretty like they're covered in fungus. So anyway, but that's about it for the mountain goats that we really didn't even talk about.
Sure.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about them, but they're there. They're on the internet. They're cute. They're lovable. They're white. They have big horns. They're running through this metropolis, just munching on everything. And like that's OGs. About it. Yeah, that's about it for Verbal Nonsense today. If you liked, please hit the like and follow and subscribe and whatever buttons that are down there. And our social media links are down there in the description as well. And that's it.
And if your name is David Barnes, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, God.
That's all I'm saying about that. Thanks for watching.
Take it easy.